So one of the things we've been asking people here at VMworld is, where do you see the future of this industry going over the next 6 to 12 months? If you had a crystal ball, what would you say is the big thing that is going to be a necessity?
Yeah, believe me, if I had a crystal ball, we wouldn't be here, Brian. But I'll tell you what's really interesting right now is to see everybody that's trying to figure out how do I migrate and get out of the data center business. At the same time, I've got so much pressure to innovate, right? How am I going to modernize applications, develop new applications that remain relevant in the market, right? So to me, when you look at various different platforms, it's all moving so fast. So our big focus has been able to make sure that we can enable customers to consume both frameworks as well as application stacks to help them on that modernization path, but also create a very seamless path for them to migrate workloads to get out of the data center business, right? And we know that that's a process. You're not going to have somebody just forklift their entire data center. It happens very, very rarely, right? So we're very focused on how can we help at each component of that journey and make sure that we're there as a partner to the end customer.
Going on with containers, obviously, we are hearing a lot about containers and Kubernetes at the show. It's still early days for Kubernetes. As we go into the future, a lot of developers will be trying to go build cloud native services in the industry. And we're talking to a lot of people here that want to take their existing virtual machines and containerize them and run them on a Kubernetes cluster. It's still early days, but we see that train coming. Cloud native is here to stay. It's a matter of a few years down the road where virtual machines and containers and the cloud native services will live side by side. And we think that over the next couple of years, Kubernetes and containers will become a big thing.
So my crystal ball tells me security is going to become more of a focus than ever before. Security is a shared responsibility, which is good because now everybody has more of an awareness of it. And you even heard it today during the keynote. VMware bought Carbon Black, and one of the things it wanted to do was secure those endpoints. So with security becoming kind of more important with the larger companies like VMware, that's giving my crystal ball saying it's a really good thing to be a part of SolarWinds, where we also have our security portfolio of products. That's where I see everything heading these days, is securing your network, securing your applications, and securing your data.
It's a great question. It's very exciting to see Microsoft rolling out technologies associated with Windows Virtual Desktop, WVD. So we're at a very interesting time in this industry. We wrote a white paper on an introduction to WVD, and that's available for free download on our website. It helps you navigate how to get involved in the Windows WVD technical preview. Yeah. And very shortly, I believe, we'll actually see that go GA this year. That's going to change the way that organizations think about delivering their desktops. VMware is embracing WVD technologies and entitlements. We're seeing the same thing from industry players, Citrix, and we at Liquidware can run in a native WVD environment where you leverage your entitlement for WVD in the infrastructure and dramatically save costs and get the best ROI that you can by leveraging all of your WVD entitlements through what you're doing with your Microsoft licensing today.
I think over the next 6 to 12 months, you'll really see a shift of printing to the cloud, or the opportunity to shift printing to the cloud for those companies that are looking to do that. The Easy brand really provides a very broad portfolio of opportunities there, whether that's support for mobile devices, whether that's support for secure printing or follow me printing, whether that's for virtual desktops, whether that's for physical desktops, whether that's for a co-working space, a financial industry company, or a, let's say, manufacturing company. Those are really interesting trends that we'll see here on the platform as a service type offering, or function as a service, I should say, where printing and a lot of your viewers probably know that printing is not everyone's favorite subject, and we can really use the cloud to take that off people's hands and make sure that that is as easy as it can possibly be, and that they can just connect their devices and their printers and just get the printout when they need it, where they need it.
Yeah, so there's been already conversations here around containers. So that's definitely something we're looking at, and how we can extend our capabilities into there. I guess a lot of that's as well waiting for the market to understand where it's going from that direction as well. The other thing we're looking at and hopefully are going to be able to deliver soon is really around intelligence, around protection. So with some of our long-term retention capabilities we added in 7.0 earlier this year, we actually give you the ability to store points in time within our journal for long-term retention. What I'm hoping that we will see is actually utilizing our analytics platform to identify high change rates and things like that, automatically protect you during those, because essentially those could be either meaningful changes that you've meant to make, but obviously if it's a large change you probably want to protect it immediately. Alternatively, it could be something like ransomware encrypting your files. If you're seeing high change rates, and being able to auto-protect from a point in time before that spike occurred, something we'll be able to do because of the journal capabilities we have is really powerful. So that additional intelligence around protection and just, I guess, jumping on the AI bandwagon a little bit there, that is something that we're really seeing as a future of IT resilience.
Where is backup going in the next 6 months?
It's all about hybrid cloud. It's all about hybrid clouds, and that's where we see the exciting opportunities for Vim. So Vim is moving, expanding from being the leader is on-prem to being the leader in hybrid cloud environment.